Ever heard of a man who could escape any prison even when handcuffed and shackled? Meet Yoshie Shiratori, Japan's most notorious escape artist. As a master of evasion, he slipped away from the iron grip of justice not once, not twice, but 4 remarkable times. From the cold, harsh confines of Abashiri to the fortified walls of Aomori, no prison could hold this Houdini of Japan, but how did he do it? Let's delve into his extraordinary escapes. Can you imagine the audacity of a man escaping the clutches of law enforcement, not from a conventional jail cell, but from a fast-moving transport vehicle? That was Yoshie Shiratori, defiant, determined, and far from your average prisoner. Picture this. Amidst the cacophony of a rumbling engine and rattling chains, Shiratori found a golden opportunity. He was shackled, confined within the iron bars of fate, en route to a life bars. But Shiratori was anything but ordinary, and he had plans of his own. With sheer audacity and a daring spirit, he shattered the chains that bound him, challenging the very core of iron's strength and steel's resolve. And then, in an heart-stopping moment, he leapt from the speeding vehicle, surrendering himself to the embrace of the open road. This was only the first act of a grand escape saga. Shiratori far from done, leaving us to wonder, how did he do it, and what daring feat would he undertake next? Shiratori's second and third escapes proved his ingenuity. In the second escape, our audacious hero found himself bound by handcuffs, a seemingly insurmountable obstacle for most. But not for Shiratori. With a wire snuck from the prison workshop, he finessed the lock, freeing himself from the cold metal constraints. His clever mind and nimble fingers were his keys to liberty. Moving on to the third escape, Shiratori found himself armed with nothing more than a miso soup spoon. Yet in his hands, it wasn't just a spoon. It was a tool of liberation. He toiled tirelessly, each spoonful of earth bringing him closer to freedom. He dug a tunnel, a path to the world outside the prison walls. It was a testament to his tenacity, his resourcefulness, his indomitable spirit. But his most famous escape was yet to come. Shiratori's final escape was his most audacious. In a feat of sheer tenacity and cunning, Shiratori manipulated his body temperature to compromise the integrity of his prison cell locks. He would heat himself up, causing his cell's icy locks to melt ever so slightly and then cool down, allowing the locks to freeze and break. This ingenious plan, daring and bold, was nothing short of an escape artist's masterpiece. And so Shiratori escaped for the last time, vanishing into the annals of history. Shiratori's escapes became legendary, inspiring books and movies. His audacious exploits permeated Japanese pop culture, weaving into the national folklore. The tales of his daring escapes still resonate, capturing imaginations. Yoshie Shiratori, the man who turned escaping into an art form, remains an enduring symbol of cunning and audacity. But what happened to Yoshie Shiratori after his final escape, you may wonder? After a life filled with audacious escapes and high-stakes exploits, Shiratori chose a path of tranquility. He lived quietly, hidden from the public eye, no longer a fugitive but a free man. In an ironic twist of fate, the man who had been the bane of the Japanese prison system was eventually pardoned. He spent the remainder of his days in the serenity of Hokkaido, a world away from the prison cells he had once outsmarted. The mystery and intrigue that once surrounded Shiratori's life continued, but now he was not running from the law, but living under its protection. Yoshie Shiratori, the master escape artist, had finally found his freedom in the quiet life of Hokkaido. Subscribe to Burn Cipher for more fascinating stories.